Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. In today's video, you see behind me, we're going to be talking about GRs. So again, this is my personal unit. So we're going to do like a 50-hour review on it, give you what my pros and cons of the whole unit are, and as well as the lineup. So stick with us, we'll jump right to talking about this unit. So what makes a GR a GR, or what is a GR whenever you get in the Kubota lineup? You know, we have a couple other longer videos kind of going over in great detail exactly what a GR is, but to give you a kind of a quick overview of it, is a GR is a diesel powered or gas unit that you're going to see a few amazing options on it. So whenever you start out front there, you're going to have what they call glide steer. So that lets that wheel turn, as you see there, it turns even more, and that's that bracket on top. So you get basically around a well casing. It's pretty awesome. After that is all-wheel drive. So you got hills, you go up it, down it, sideways, whatever you want. 2 wheels on the ground, it's going wherever you point and shoot. How steep, how far? Your nerve's going to give out long before this baby does. It's got a lot of weight down low. We always try and recommend going with the diesel. And the deck size at that is a 54/48. You sit up nice and high. You got hydrostatic, forward, reverse. It's the king. It's the Cadillac. You know, you got shaft driven here, so you can cut in the pouring rain after it pours rain. No issues. You can put a blower on the front. They got a couple different blower options. There's sweepers and stuff, a few different things. Basically, the long and short of it is it's a little tractor without loader capabilities is what you're dealing with. And it's been refined to really look like a lawnmower. So I have a lot of experience with them. As we like to joke around the dealership, you know, this is the gateway drug into Kubota. Unfortunately, the first hit is not free. So it'll introduce you to the lineup, give you all the pros of it. There is going to be a few drawbacks. Again, I have a ton of experience with it. If you go around our dealership, and I would imagine most dealerships are the same way with Kubotas, is people start with GRs. You know, you get it, you love it, and then you start moving up, whether it's a BX, LX, or bigger. You start going up the lineup. Maybe you come back to a GR just to cut your grass and have the tractor off to the side like I have. I've been cutting my grass with these for approximately 6-7 summers. I think they're the best. I have a steep hill down the front here. We have other videos showing that, demonstrating it. There's a lot of times where I am on 2 wheels. It is not the most safest thing to do, but it is what has to be done to cut the grass. And it does it. It goes up it, down it, you love it. Some of the other key features I enjoy about it is the stability. As I kind of touched upon, you are there. You're not going anywhere. You know, whether you're doing those unsafe things or whatever is not quite recommended for the manufacturer, but you're doing it anyway to get the job done. It keeps you planted. You feel safe the whole time. You're not running into any issues. It's not running away on you. It's not freewheeling like you're going to see on a zero turn. I, in my head, a lot of times go, you know, I love zero turns. I grew up using a zero turn. I cut about 2.5 acres. I could be done a lot quicker if I used a zero turn and a GR, but then I need to have a second person. My kids aren't old enough, so it always falls back to, I guess I'm using the GR for a few more years. It just lets you do what you want when you want. You know, it doesn't matter whether the grass grows up long. I'm not a yard guy, so I don't have every Friday afternoon where I'm cutting the grass. It might go a week or two, but extra long, and it just mows through it like nothing. And most lawn tractors are. There's no doubt about it that that's not what you're buying this for, is because I get to let my grass grow a little bit longer. It's the enjoyment of being able to turn on a dime when you want with that power steering and go around things, not have to back up and do a 2 or 3 stage process around that big tree or something. It's just in and around and away you go again, kind of like a zero turn will. So you gain time on that, and then you really have that option of going up and down steep slopes and doing that. And then we also sell a lot. And again, I don't use it for it. I did it for one winter on an outdoor rink. I had the snowblower on the front of a GR. They blow snow amazing. They're just awesome that way. Again, you're the equivalent horsepower of a BX with a much smaller snowblower. So of course it's going to throw it that much farther and plow through it just as easy. So a lot of pluses there. But let's now dive into a few issues that I have and have seen with the lineup. Okay, so now jumping to a couple of the cons I have. I have 3 points to bring up about it. Again, I have a lot of experience on them, selling them, being around them. It is something I've seen time and time again. Point number 1 is it's a dated machine. This GR2120, yes, they've gone -2 and stuff without any major changes. So you're looking at 15 plus years of the same sort of model being sold. When you see that, you're like, okay, well, that's not too big of a deal. And Probably isn't. You know, every manufacturer kind of goes through cycles. You know, we've done a video on a GF1800, which was 30 plus years of still being the exact same model. So you can see those holes sometime. It would be nice to see a few updates done to this machine to really bring it up into the new age. Again, you are selling Cadillacs. You want the most up-to-date Cadillac kind of out there to really suit and for a better Japanese description. If you're selling Lexuses, you want the top-of-line Lexus out there. Not something that looks the same as somebody who's had the model 15 years ago. We've had BX 70 series, 80 series. We're probably going to have probably a 90 series in the next 3 to 6 months release. So, you know, there's been changes in that small turf lineup. We've seen new zero turns and stuff, new T series, and yet we still have the same GR. So it'd be nice to see even a new hood would be okay at the end of the day to really freshen up the lineup and make it look good. The next one that kind of leads to is the build quality. Again, hundreds of hours spent around these things. My own personal use, I think I'm on my third one. Again, I only keep them for a couple years, flip them out. This one has been good. The one before it had quite a number of issues in a short period of time. What you're going to see for myself is, you know, I had a seat switch go on it. I had a bearing go in the spindle, as well as I had a leak on the front axle. Again, all covered under warranty, no issues. But again, whenever you're buying a top-of-line unit, you kind of hope that the quality is there with it. And if you're reading online stuff, you're probably going to see the same sort of complaints. Nothing major. You don't see an engine go on them. You don't see a transmission or a deck just completely disintegrate on you. But you will see a few issues or people bring up of the small stuff kind of annoying them when it could disappear with a little bit better of the build quality. My last point is, and it's more personal than anything, is I wish they'd come out with a bigger deck. This unit has the horsepower. As I mentioned, whenever you get comparing it to a BX, relative to the same horsepower, you can get up to a 60-inch deck. As well as whenever we talk about the decks, it is still a stamp deck. It should be a manufactured deck, give it that little bit more durability. Again, will it change a whole lot? Probably not, but in my mind at least, I would prefer to see a manufactured deck on it. And again, have the ability to go out to a 60-inch. That's really going to help that turning radius. You know, it's going to get you that much closer, again, to the fruit trees and your well casings. You're going to go right around it without any issues there. So 3 kind of issues that I would like to see resolved or updated throughout the lineup on the GR. So nothing too major, but they are what I personally see. So that kind of brings us to the end of today's review of the GR2120. Again, this is a GR2120 with a 54-inch mower deck with armrests and the hubcaps you cannot buy anymore. So again, they weren't even limited. They just nobody bought them because they're super expensive. So I fired them on this one. This is the 3rd unit they've been on. So and they will stay with it. So if you ever see an ad for a GR from Huckabones equipment, it will not have those on it until they change the wheels. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the GR and what I see as some knocks against it that hopefully Kubota in the future improves on it, because it already is a great unit. The next thing that's cut in the grass here will be another GR. So I love them. I like selling them. They're an awesome little unit. So if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below. Thank you.